Sorry guys, I am a little late. I do apologize. Welcome to another edition of Dr. Delay. I'm just now settling in, and thank you guys. I already have two diehards. No way. No way. That's awesome. Thank you, of course, Coffee Beans and Hammer. I appreciate it. That is awesome. That is so cool. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Again, it's 99 cents. That is crazy. So again, thank you guys so much. Hopefully I don't let you guys down. Yeah, again, I didn't even set up the poll yet. I got to set up the poll. I'm sorry. But very soon I'll be 100% here. Hold on. I'm right here. It's really just going to be a very simple poll. But yeah, no, we got, again, Game 3. Just do Blue Jays, and I'll just do Pirates. I usually put the records in the picture, but I'm already, again, way behind. Way behind. All right. Okay. I think we're good. Got off work early. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm off today, so I didn't have to worry about work. But again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we got a good day of baseball today. Of course, you know, game one is going to be my Pirates, but the later game I'll be doing Brewers and Cubs. So if you're not able to watch the Brewers or Cubs game, I got you. If you're just a baseball fan, I got you covered. Again, the Blue Jays were pretty much all over the Pirates yesterday. What was it, 7-3? I was literally just looking at it. How did we even score? Yeah, 7-3 in Game 2. Of course, the Pirates won in Game 1, 5-2, which, you know, the Blue Jays really handed the Pirates the win there. So yeah, no, the starting pitcher for the Pirates, making his second start and his first start after 2 years of being out, wasn't really the greatest. That was in San Francisco, or versus San Francisco. Johan Oviedo, 18 ERA. Again, just only pitched one inning, and it did not go how he thought it would go. Starting lineup for the Pirates: Simon, Gonzalez, Reynolds, Horwitz, Pham, Sawinski, Triolo, Davis, and Peguero. So it looks like McCutchen is going to be on the bench, probably in a pinch hit situation. Starting pitcher for the Blue Jays is going to be Chris Basset, 11-6 record, 4.22 ERA, whip of a 1.33. Last 7 games is a 4.41 ERA. Starting lineup for the Blue Jays: Springer, Barger, Bichette, Kirk, Varsho, France, Lukes, Schneider, and Jimenez. Need the over 8.5 and 2 bases for Pham. Well, hey, you know, maybe. Pham, again, was at one point really, really solid, but as of late, it's not been too great for him. But yeah, no, hopefully you got a nice parlay on the Brewers Cubs. Yeah, no, I'll be, again, doing that one a little bit later tonight, so a little bit of a break for me after this game. Then I'll be coming back for the Brewers and Cubs. Cubs up 2 games to 1 there, and again, it's a 5-game series. So, but yeah, no, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully it all goes well today. Hopefully the Pirates can somehow, some way take the series. Again, they won Game 1. So definitely let me know who you think is going to win today. Again, the Pirates and the Blue Jays. I do apologize. Couldn't get the records on there. I was trying to hurry up, but honestly, I had more time because we're just now getting onto the field. So we're about 2 more minutes away from starting this one. Again, the starting pitcher is Johan Oviedo, just making his second start in 2 years, as he was out the entire year of 2024. Got injured at the late of 2023, and of course, again, Oviedo getting back up here. And the Pirates called up Bubba Chandler, I believe, just a few hours ago. So I don't know if he will be making an appearance today, or maybe he's coming back for this weekend. I'm not too sure. That would be pretty cool to make a start possibly Friday. So that would be pretty neat. Again, thank you guys for clicking on this. We'll get started in a few. Again, the Blue Jays will be batting first since they're the away team. It's going to be George Springer. Springer had a really good day yesterday. Got plunked first in his first at-bat. For the series, he is 3 for 8 and hit by a pitch and a home run. So, again, a really solid series for George Springer. For the season, he's batting .292, OPS of .897, 20 homers, and 61 RBIs. As we're just a few seconds away from first pitch in this one, as they show John Schneider again. He got tossed Monday. Monday, again, was a very hectic game for, I think, everybody involved. Again, the Blue Jays really just throwing everything away. Just could not complete throws. And that resulted in 3 Pirates runs on Monday's game. Yesterday, again, Scherzer was all over the Pirates. As looks like we are just a few moments away as everyone is walking. I don't know what's going on there. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. As we are underway, they were showing Blue Jays coaches all walking to the dugout. But, hey, we're underway regardless. George Springer, the DH today. Here is the 0-1. That'll be in there for a called strike. So getting ahead on George Springer, that's what Oviedo needs to do. Again, this is only his second start since 2023 as Oviedo kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. So it's 1-2 to George Springer. Again, 3 for 8 in the series. And had a home run yesterday as Oviedo kicks and fires. That's going to be hit foul. And as always, feel free to chat down below. I try to read as many comments as possible. When the chat is slower, then boom, there you go. That is the opportunity because I will definitely read it then. 1-2 count. Oviedo delivers. And that'll be a breaking ball outside. So he evens it up 2-2. 2-2 count to George Springer. Oviedo kicks and deals. That's going to be hit. And once again, it's a foul ball. 2-2 count again. Oviedo, I believe in his last start, it was 40 pitches in the first inning? I can't remember. I cannot remember. 40 pitches in the first inning, and he was done. Here is the 2-2. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going to be a souvenir. A lot of Blue Jays fans. Again, yesterday you kind of heard Blue Jays chanting. It was it's quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate to be a Pirates fan yesterday. Was listening to 90s freestyle, but glad I can listen to some baseball while I finish my paperwork. There you go. Here is the 2-2 ground ball, and that is a foul ball. So again, Springer just making contact. Decent contact, I might add. Working that pitch count. Oviedo, again, trying to go longer than an inning this time. As here is the 2-2. That is inside for ball 3. So from 0-2 to 3-2, that's where we're at. And I do have a poll up. Who's going to win today? Who wins the rubber match? 77% of you guys. 71% now. Got a Pirates vote. Here is the 3-2. That's going to be hit to left. Pham jogging on over, but that one is out of here. It is gone. George Springer with the second home run of the series puts the Blue Jays already ahead 1-0. And a lot of cheering in Pittsburgh again. As I mentioned, the Blue Jays have a lot of fans, or at least more fans than Pittsburgh. I wouldn't say it's a lot of people there because there's definitely a lot of empty seats, but it is probably 50-50. All right, here is Addison Barger as Oviedo kicks and deals. That's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Barger, is batting .260, OPS of .800, 18 homers, and 59 RBIs. We back Draven. No, yeah, maybe you are bad luck. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Come on, Pirates. Yeah. We need it. We need some good luck. Again, the Blue Jays already ahead. Play-by-play, you as well. Thank you, JJ, for stopping on by. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. JJ, again, he's the best in the business. definitely check out Play-by-Play with JJ. And he is probably going to be my first redirect. I think he's going to be the other guy that's on. Their Phillies are supposed to be on very soon. I can redirect now at the end of streams. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Tosses to first for out number 1. Down goes Barger. 1 away for the Blue Jays. That'll bring up Bo Bichette. He's batting .296, OPS of .802, 16 homers and 82 RBIs. He is 2 for 8 in the series, with an RBI as well and a walk. This one's over. Hammer's already calling it. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a cold strike. In this battle of old teams of Tellez, I'm going for the Pirates. There we go, yeah. Rowdy Tellez. It's been on both teams. I feel like he views Toronto with a little bit more, of a positive mindset. That's a big swing and a miss. Strike 2, 88 inside. Of course, Tellez was famously DFA'd last year, just shy of, a contract bonus. I can't remember what the specifics were there, but he was denied some nice money there. Just a few at-bats. 0-2 count. Oviedo kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out 96 right down the middle. Come and get it. He could not. That'll bring up Alejandro Kirk, the catcher. He hit a home run in the 7th inning off Holderman yesterday. Batting .296, OPS of .770, 110 homers and 56 RBIs. For the series, well, he only played yesterday, 3 for 5. 3 for 5. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there, but it's not called a strike. I mean, I don't know where that missed. Breaking ball, I mean, you can see it right there. I mean, look at that. That is clearly in the strike zone if you're able to look at the screen. 1-0 count here to Kirk. Oviedo wheels and deals as that's going to be hit to right, and that is, I believe it's just foul. That one was close. That one would have been a double for the big man. Oh, just a few inches away. 2 at-bats? Yeah, 2 at-bats, really. Was it really? Oh, that is so unfortunate. I felt it was very rude on the part of the Pirates org, but I'm also not a billionaire, so I don't fully understand business. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's right. I mean, the Pirates are cheap, and to be honest, we really shouldn't have had Rowdy anyway. We should have been starting some younger talent. We should have some younger players in position to be playing. But yeah, no, I wasn't a fan of the move to DFA him. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low for ball 2. 95-mile-per-hour fastball. 2-1 count to Kirk as he's actually going to ask for time. So 20 pitches already for Oviedo. Again, he had about 40 pitches in his last start, and then that was it in the first inning. He was done. 2-1. Oviedo kicks and deals. That's going to be hit foul. Now we'll try to open this. There we go. Count is 2-2 to Alejandro Kirk. Again, a home run yesterday. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Well, George Springer with the leadoff home run makes it 1-0 Blue Jays as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And again, I don't think there's anything else happening across Major League Baseball. Yep, we're the only one. Again, Phillies and Mariners supposed to be happening in about 20 minutes. Then there's the Astros and the Tigers. And I don't think we'll get to unless this game's a really, a 3-hour game is doable, but it's a little more difficult to get there in today's game. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button. It really does help this little channel out. And, of course, if you're a fan of baseball, fan of anything in general, really, hey, subscribe to the channel. It is mostly Pirates on the channel, but, I will be doing the postseason. So, hey, if the Blue Jays definitely make the World Series, I will for sure see you guys there. As, again, I've been doing this since opening day. It's not a one-off, I promise. It's not something, I feel like just going to call a baseball game, get some subs, and then never do a game again. That is not the case at all. Actually, I'll be back tonight again, Brewers and Cubs, as it is mostly Pirates But I do bounce around. And again, I'm not going to lie to the Blue Jays fans here that it is mostly NL. But again, you never know. I have done the Blue Jays before prior to this, Giants, Blue Jays. That was featured on the channel, and a long time from ago, early in the season. Blue Jays and Padres, back when I was taking thumbnails from the internet. Back before I had the creative skill to make it. Actually, my wife is the one that set up the template. I kind of just make everything now. Do it for the Pirates again. Simon, Gonzalez, and Reynolds. And again, your starting pitcher for the Blue Jays. It's going to be Chris Basset. Again, 11-6 record, 4.22 ERA, whip of a 1.33. As again, this is Ronnie Simon. He's a rookie, just now started playing. Brewers having a less than great time with the Cubs. Yeah, they're down 1-2. As there's the throwdown. Simon batting .219, OPS of .547, no homers and 6 RBIs for the series. Again, he only played yesterday. He's 0 for 4. But he did have a sacrifice fly. As in steps in Simon. Basset rocks and fires. That's going to be a foul ball as his bat went flying. So, looks like we'll, okay, he may have broken the bat a little bit. I'm not too sure. Or maybe he's going to add some grip on it. Some pine tar or whatever they use now. So a little bit of a delay in the action here on Dr. Delay, play-by-play with Dr. Delay. Again, feel free to chat down below. And I do have a poll up, which now I'm probably, even regardless of the home run, I'm sure the Blue Jays are going to be winning the poll. But now the fact that they're already up 1-0, probably going to make it look where 69% of you guys think the Blue Jays will win today. It's probably the case. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be hit to the left, and that is a foul ball. Number 13, thank you very much, Giants fan. Thank you very much. And I am doing well. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Representative of the Rhino Nation. Rising Rhino. 0-2 count. Basset kicks and fires. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. He struck him out. Down goes Simon. All right, that'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's batting .281, OPS of .719, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. For the series, he is 3 for 8. He's 3 for 8 in the series. Fomico Studios pulling for the Blue Jays. Or he just likes saying the Blue Jays name and adding a lot of letters at the end, as that's going to be outside ball 1. Thank you, of course, for stopping on by. And as Giants fan did, again, make sure to hit that like button. Like buttons are good. Hitting that button is definitely helpful. Again, I appreciate you guys for even clicking on the live stream. 1-0 count here. Basset wheels and deals showing bunt misses. So that's a strike. 0-2. Oh, no, pardon me. 1-1. Pardon me. My bad. Brain fart. It happens. It happens a lot. 1-1 counts. 1 out. Nobody on. Basset delivers. That's going to be chopped foul, so it's 1-2. Just popped in to show some love. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Again, I thank you for your support. I know, again, you've been very helpful. The Rising Rhino Nation. It's been very awesome to Dr. Delay. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. He struck him out. All right, already back-to-back strikeouts. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds. He's batting .244, OPS of .699, 13 homers and 62 RBI since the All-Star break. Batting .302, OPS of .833. So, again, maybe going to finish the year strong. He's 2 for 8 in the series. As here's the pitch, that's going to be outside for ball 1. Again, it would be, I've mentioned it in multiple Pirates live streams, that it'd be nice to see him finish with an OPS of .750. It would kind of keep us Pirates fans from okay, he's not washed. It's been a rough year for him. It's been the most consistent Pirate in this very dark period. That's a swing and a miss upstairs. 1-1. Greetings, Dr. D, from the wee hours of the morning, middle of the night. Hey, how's it going? Good morning, early morning to Ghost Rose. Again, he is awesome. Ghost Rose he has been fantastic. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be chopped foul. Again, definitely check out, if you're a baseball fan in general, check out Ghost Rose. Covers all the Astros. So you Blue Jays fans, you know, hey, maybe you guys get matched up with the Astros in the playoffs and you need a guy to cover those games. Ghost Rose, he's got you covered. And he covers all the Astros. But again, hey, you guys might be on a collision course in the playoffs. 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing. That is upstairs, ball 2. Just put up a fight, Pirates, at least. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to see some fight from the battling Buccos. 2-2 count. Basset rocks and deals. That's going to be poked to left, and that is going to get down for a base hit. That might be 2, as Reynolds just going to jog casually into second with a 2-out double. Again, Brian Reynolds has been pretty much back to what we would have expected since the All-Star break. Again, an OPS over 800 since the All-Star break. He's been very good. He's been very good. That'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. Batting .250, OPS of 699, 5 homers and 34 RBIs in the series against his former team. He's 2 for 7. Getting ready to start Game 3 versus the Tigers. It's been a really bad week for the Astros. Yeah, no, I saw you guys got shut out 10-0, I think, a few days ago. That's going to be outside ball 1. I don't remember what happened yesterday. I was literally there at the end, and I cannot remember. I'm sorry. It escapes me. 1-0 count to Horwitz. A chance here to tie it up possibly with a base hit. Basset is actually going to step off here and rethink about it. Again, a 1-0 count to Spencer Horwitz. Runner on second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The Blue Jays up 1-0, but the Pirates with a chance to even the deal here. Here is the 1-0. That'll be low for ball 2, 86 just below the knees. One to 0, walk-off walk. Oh, that's a tough way to go. That's a tough way to go. Maybe you get one today. 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up, and that one will get out of play. So he stays alive 2-1. A fitting end to the game. Oh, yeah, no. That is tough. Hey, you know what? At least you're not the Pirates. At least you're not 21 games below 500 in August. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball. That is outside for ball 3, showing a little bit of respect for Horwitz. Again, he's really a pretty solid hitter, honestly, when he faces righties. Versus lefties, though, I don't know if he's ever gotten a hit, or at least when I've called the game. I'm probably over-exaggerating or under-exaggerating. I'm not too sure what the lingo would be there. 3-1. Basset delivers, and that'll be outside for ball 4. So, a little bit of interesting situation here for the Blue Jays and the Pirates. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham. Some people call him the Antonio Brown of baseball, batting .260, OPS of 701, 6 homers, and 34 RBIs for the series. He's just 1 for 3, did not play yesterday. Sup, Doc, can we play a drinking game? Everyone Pham yells at someone. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one, but you guys can do whatever you'd like on the other side of this screen. Here is the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Let's go, Bucks. Yes. Let's go, Bucks. Denny, thank you as always again for stopping on by. 1-0 count to Tommy Pham. Basset looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit. And that's going to get down for a base hit down the left field line. Reynolds is definitely going to score. Interested to see what Horwitz will do. Horwitz is rounding third, heading for home. He is as slow as can be, but he's going to score. And look at that, Tommy Pham with a 2-out, 2 RBI double. Wow. Just like that, Tommy Pham with a fantastic clutch hit, giving the Pirates an early lead. And Tommy Pham kind of started a little bit of a not so casual conversation on Monday whenever he bat flipped a walk. Basset will look back at Pham. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball, that is low, but it's called a strike. This is Jack Sawinski batting .137, OPS of .551, 3 homers and 7 RBIs. It's 1 for 3 in the series. Astros fans have become so silly. Up 1.5 games in the division, they're calling for heads. Hey, you know, that sounds about right when it comes to sports. That's going to be jammed. That's going to drop. No! Basset with a nice catch. Oh, that would have been a beautiful little blooper. But Basset able to get him out of it. So, 2 runs, though, for the Pirates. Pirates lead 2-1 over the Blue Jays as we head to the top of the second inning. But, yeah, I can understand that, you know, when it comes to the – well, I mean, honestly, when it's the Steelers. But at the same time, though, we haven't won a playoff game. So, I mean, I don't know. Parlay looking good. Yeah, a lot of runs so far. 3 runs in the first for these guys. Again, thank you very much. Go Pirates. Denny, yes, you need to check on in every single time. Go Bucks also from Tampa. Okay, thank you for tuning in, David. Appreciate you. Again, folks, I appreciate you guys for clicking on the live stream. Definitely helps out this little channel. If you can, make sure to hit that like button. And, of course, if you're just a fan of baseball in general, definitely subscribe to the channel. Of course, it is mostly a Pittsburgh, channel. But, again, I do bounce around. And if you don't believe me, I can go ahead and briefly show you. Again, you'll see some games where there's not just Pirates on there. I will bounce around. But again, I don't want to lie to the Blue Jays fans. It is mostly NL, and I couldn't tell you why. That's just the way it's worked out. I was looking at some stuff earlier there. Again, due up for the Blue Jays is going to be Varsho, France, and Lukes. I can go and exit that out. Again, the Pirates leading 2-1. And, of course, I'll be doing the postseason as well. So, again, the Blue Jays, if they have a good run in the postseason, I might see you guys in the playoffs. Again, the Pirates, obviously, we won't be there. But I will be sure to cover as many postseason games as possible. Dalton Varsho is going to be, again, due up here, batting .235, OPS of .884, 13 homers, 34 RBIs, as he is 0 for 4 in the series. Astros, Tigers playing, yes. Again, Brandon, feel free to check out Go Stros. He does a great job covering every single Astros game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, ball 1. What's Rogers going to do? I think Rogers will be fine. I think he's going to be okay. He'll be okay. I don't think he's going to crash and burn. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Paguera has it, throws to first. Gets him by a step. That was close. Varsho showing off some speed there. Oh, wow, that was a lot closer than I thought it would be. That'll bring up Ty France. France batting .260, OPS of .693, 6 homers, 46 RBIs. That was a nice pick by Horwitz. Ports Rouseabout, thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's good to see you. Good day, mate. Good day, mate. I know it's probably terrible. Terrible. Here is the pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 1. Going to do the Astros postseason. If they're on a channel I can watch. Again, I cannot watch them because I live in Texas on MLB TV. 1-0 count here to Oviedo. That's going to be chopped foul. So it's 1-1. Hammer not a fan of the Astros. 1-1 count, though. Not many people are. Not many people are here in 2025. Here's the 1-1. That'll be inside for ball 2. Have an excellent day. Yeah, no, he's Go Stros. He's actually, he's just waking up. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be popped up into foul territory. Horwitz has a play and will make the catch. For out number 2, nice by Horwitz. All right, 2 away for the Blue Jays. That'll bring up Nathan Lukes. Spanning 254, OPS of 740, 10 homers and 51 RBIs. He is 3 for 7 in the series with 2 RBIs. He has had a good series. As Oviedo wheels and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike at the knees. You live in Texas too. No Astros or Rangers. Yeah, no, it's always tough for us. I just don't like that. MLB does that. That's going to be way outside. 86, pretty much in the other batter's box. 1-1. What's the YouTube channel called for the Astros? It's going to be called Go Stros. He's been chatting here. Go Stros, if you're still here, feel free to leave your link down below so we can get some clicks there. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be poked and fouled as it's 1-2. But yeah, if he's not here, it is Go Stros. It's spelled like the Cajun way, Geaux, and then Stros, Stros. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with the breaking ball below the knees. 1-2-3 inning. As we head to the bottom of the second, the Pirates lead 2-1. Once again, folks, thank you guys for clicking on this live stream. Really helps this little channel out. And a super thank you if you're able to leave a like. Press that like button. Looks like that. And subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. Again, it's really just a Pirates, mostly Pirates channel. But again, I do bounce around again today. I will be doing another game later this evening, Brewers and Cubs, the Cubbies. So, and of course, tomorrow I'll be doing Steelers and Panthers. I'm very excited about that. But again, it's a sports channel, so if you're a sports fan, definitely subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you're also a football fan, it's not just going to be a Steelers channel, though I will be doing every single Steelers game. You guys will be voting every single week on what other NFL game I'll be doing. I'll put up a poll. You guys will vote, and whoever wins that poll, that is what I'll be calling other than the Steelers game. Of course, Steelers and whatever you guys pick. So that is my pitch to you guys. If you're a sports fan, make sure to subscribe. Lots of potential here. I'm definitely seeing some growth, and I thank you guys for it. It's because of you. You guys going to be we're not going to be in the postseason, Brandon. I will call every Pirates game, though, in the postseason. That is for sure. We just probably won't be there. What's your end game prediction? I couldn't tell you. Probably Blue Jays pulling away and winning like 7-5. I don't know. Feeling like it's going to be a decent scoring game today. The Astros, I don't know. They play like in about 30 minutes. All right, do it for the Pirates. It's going to be Triolo, Davis, and Peguero. Again, not much happening across Major League Baseball. We're the only one really on, as Phillies, Mariners, and Astros, Tigers, they are warming up as we're returning to Pittsburgh now, in fact. Again, Jared Triolo coming to the plate. Spanning 191, OPS of 577. That's going to be inside, I believe, for ball one. There we go. 3 homers and 13 RBIs for Jared Triolo. For the series, he is 1 for 5 and 3 walks. As here is the 1-0. That'll be inside for ball 2. Ro, how's it going? Hi. Hello there. Thank you for stopping on by. 2-0 count to Jared Triolo as Basset wheels and deals. That'll be in there for a called strike. 92 on the outside corner. Saw 3 Pirates on today's hot matchup list. That's all the lines was. Pirates plus 1.5. Interesting. Here's the 2-1. That'll be outside for ball 3. So 3-1 to Jared Triolo. Again, nobody out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second. The Pirates actually lead 2-1. Basset delivers. Chopper, and that is going foul. Would you eat the lineup? I would not eat the lineup. Yeah, I would. I'm not too sure. Brandon, maybe misclicked there on something. 3-2 count for Basset and Triolo as Basset rocks and fires. That's going to be hit foul. That went to the backstop. Pirates 6-3. Hey, I like it. I just, again, I'm kind of I'm sure some Pirates fans won't appreciate it, but Again, when you lose so often, you just kind of go into a game hoping you can put up a fight. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be hit, and once again, it's a foul ball. So, I definitely pull for the Pirates to win every single time, but really, every time I come down and sit in this chair and call a game, man, how much are we going to lose by today? Hopefully we can just put up a fight to make it interesting. 3-2. Basset delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 90 practically right down the middle. One away, that'll bring up Henry Davis, who's batting 173, OPS of 534, 5 homers and 16 RBIs for the series. He only played in the first one. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. The Blue Jays money line. Okay, hey, good luck. Got a run. Hey, thank you again. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. Jays are a 500 road team. Okay, well, the Pirates are much better at home. I can show you after this half inning how bad the Pirates are away from PNC. Here's the 0-1, and that'll be inside for ball one. Have some quality at-bats, I know, right? So far, so good. You should start calling Rangers games. You should watch them. You should. I don't know how many people they have covering. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-2. I know when I first started, I was here again for opening day. Again, I've been here since day one for 2025, just starting this channel this year. There's a few Pirates guys, but they've all went away on the last one. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be hit to center. And Varsho will settle under it and make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Liover Peguero. He's batting 208, OPS of 729, 4 homers and 7 RBIs. Basset is hot trash on the road. Wow. Okay, well, I did not know that. Well, again, the Pirates did jump on him. Again, all that was with 2 outs in the first. Basset rocks and fires. That'll be outside for ball 1. Peguero hasn't really played much this series. Walked in one appearance on Monday. Had the day off yesterday. 1-0 count to Peguero. Basset kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 at the knees. One and one to Peguero. Basset sets and fires. Chopper to third. Barger tosses to first for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Pirates as we head to the top of the third. We're again the Pirates lead 2-1. I don't know what the heck that was on the screen. Once again, folks, thank you guys for tuning on in. Make sure to hit that like button. It kind of looks like that if you're here. And again, if you're a sports fan, definitely subscribe to the channel. It won't cost you a dime. It's actually free. Yeah, no, you won't have to pay a dime. You won't have to pay a dime. So again, appreciate you guys for tuning on in. Again, it's mostly Pirates on the channel, but of course, again, if you're just a baseball fan, definitely subscribe for play-by-play action here. That's what I do. Again, I'll be returning tonight for Cubs and Brewers Game 4. And again, that's a 5-game series because they had to postpone it. A rain delay or whatever happened earlier in the season. But yeah, I'll be back tonight, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern time for that one. And that's pretty much it. Again, there's nothing really happening across Major League Baseball right now because Mariners and Phillies just now getting underway. Astros and Tigers about to get underway. So again, Brandon, if you like, again, you can head on over. I won't be offended if you want to listen to the Astros. And again, check out, I'm just entertainment. You guys can turn me off at any time. Due up for the Blue Jays will be Schneider, Jimenez, and Springer. Again, Davis Schneider batting .252, OPS of 849 on the season, 8 homers and 25 RBIs. For the series, he is 0 for 3, and in fact, his reaction on Monday led to the ejection of the manager Schneider. That was very interesting. The Rangers bullpen will test your linguistic discipline. Oh, man, that's tough. That is tough as Oviedo is on the mound and delivers. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. I have to be cursed. I join. We give up a homer, instantly leave. We score 2 runs. Draven, I have some bad news for Pirates fans because Draven's back here. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 count. 1-1 count to Schneider. Davis Schneider with the awesome picture there. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs for ball 2. Count is 2-1 to Davis Schneider. 28th round pick in 2017, so he's definitely earned it to get here. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be popped up. Horowitz in foul territory. It's going to be close. Makes the catch right by the little screen there. I was going to say fence. That is not accurate for out number 1. All right, that'll bring up Andreas Jimenez. He's batting .222, OPS of .622, 5 homers and 23 RBIs. For the series, he is 1 for 6 with a walk. Oviedo delivers. That'll be outside for ball 1. What's up, James? How's it going? Got some Pirates and Blue Jays action as Oviedo rocks and fires. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Horowitz is going to take it himself, stepping on the bag for out number 2. Messed up there. I always mess up. That's what I do. That's what I do best. All right, and that'll bring up George Springer. Again, he's the only Blue Jay with a hit today, and it was a home run to lead off the game. I thought it was going to be a long day. But Oviedo's kind of locked in since then, batting .294, OPS of .909, 21 homers and 62 RBIs on the season. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Got a really nice payout when Eovaldi one hit the Yankees. Nice. Very nice. 1-0 count to George Springer, 35-year-old DHing today. Here's the pitch, checking his swing. That is low, as it'll be 2-0. 2-0 count to Springer. Again, home run to lead off the ball game. Oviedo kicks and deals. That'll be in the dirt, ball 3. Again, showing a lot of respect for Springer. And he had a really good day yesterday and off to a great start today. (3-0). Oviedo sets and delivers. Checked his swing. That is outside. Ball 4. So Springer will walk. Again, it's been a huge threat this series for the Blue Jays. That'll bring up Addison Bargers, batting .259, OPS of .797, 18 homers and 59 RBIs. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Barger in the box. Oviedo looks over at first. Kicks and deals. That'll be in there, but it's not called a strike. Oh, that is so unfortunate. 86 on the outside corner. I don't know if he thought it was outside or up, but that looked good to me. 1-0. Oviedo sets and fires. That'll be outside for ball 2. So Oviedo having a little bit of trouble here. And he just walked Springer and already behind 2-0 to Barger. 2-0. Oviedo rocks, sets, and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 86 on the breaking ball. That one was at the knees. Two and 1. Oviedo comes to a set and fires. Breaking ball, that is outside, but it's called a strike. So a makeup call there. So it's all even, Steven. 2-2. 2-2 counts. 2 outs. Runner on first. Here in the top of the third, the Pirates, they lead 2-1 over the Blue Jays as Oviedo rocks, sets, and fires. That's going to be hit to shallow left. Pham is booking it and will make the catch for out number 3. Nothing doing there for the Blue Jays. So we head to the bottom of the third where the Pirates still lead 2-1. 2-1 over the Blue Jays. And again, I can kind of show you. I can't recall. I'm sorry. I already forgot. Was it Rowe or Richard? Yeah, Richard. Mentioning that the Blue Jays are 500 on the road. Well, let me go ahead and show you something. I don't know if this is actually. Yeah, it should be updated. Look at the Pirates' road record. 18-44. That is some top quality baseball when the Pirates decide to leave Pittsburgh. Of course, at home, hey, 35-30, not too shabby, but yeah, not too great. Again, the Blue Jays, a half game back of the Tigers for that number 1 spot. Of course, there's plenty of baseball left. Just under 40 games now, 35 something. Yeah, 35 actually exactly for the Blue Jays and the Pirates. So, yeah, a lot of baseball left. A lot of stuff going to be moving around. Of course, here's your wild card picture. But of course, the Blue Jays not really involved with that. Yankees, Mariners, Red Sox. Royals 2.5 games back of the Red Sox and the Mariners. In the NL, a little bit more interesting. Of course, the Reds 1 game back from the Mets, who were struggling, but all of a sudden now are looking a little bit better. So we'll see. We shall see. Again, Simon, Gonzalez, and Reynolds going to be due up for the Pirates. Your MLB commission, pick 3 teams for the Pirates to realign to. I don't really want to change it up, honestly, but that's so tough. So tough. I don't know. I mean, Phillies, I don't know. But then again, the Phillies, they have their own thing with the Mets and, I don't know, the Braves. I don't want to, tearing it up. But the NFL did it in 2002, so I don't know. It's just unfortunate. I don't know. I'm going to plead the 5th there, baseball. I appreciate the question. That'd be nice for you guys to discuss in the comments. Feel free to let me know your divisions. I think that'd be pretty cool. But for me, I don't know. I'm pretty. I don't know. I don't want to dive into that. So Simon's going to take a call strike, trying to bunt but pulled back. Simon again, 0 for 1, batting .215, OPS of .539, no homers and 6 RBIs. Is that good? Yes. Top quality baseball. Yep, that's what we offer here in Pittsburgh. 0-1 count. Basset rocks and fires. That'll be in there for a called strike. 50-50 call went for the Blue Jays there. NHL divisions. You know, I wouldn't be opposed if we actually went to the two conferences and then 2 divisions in each conference. That's going to be fine. That's going to be in there for a called strike at the knees. 92. Simon. Just, I don't know. I haven't really seen much from Simon so far in his young career, but hey, only up from here. Only up from here. That'll bring up, again, Nick Gonzalez. Batting .280, OPS of 715, OPS of 715, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. They're showing something. I don't know what was happening in the middle of all that stuff. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to be a foul ball. 2 teams to get rid of interleague. Yeah, I think that was just one consequence of making interleague happen every day. This is kind of what you're seeing right now. All this was because of interleague play every single day. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. So 0-2 here to Nick Gonzalez. Again, 0 for 1 on the day. Pirates leading 2-1. 2-1. Baseball does not work in Colorado. 0-2, Basset. And actually, I don't know if that's a pitch clock violation or not. Yep, no, it is. So 1-2 now as Basset took too long. 1-2 to Gonzalez. Basset delivers. That'll be outside for ball 2. Double D there says the Blue Jays got this. Very likely that they do. Again, thank you for tuning on in and stopping on by. Appreciate you. Appreciate, again, you guys for just clicking on the live stream. Really helps out this little channel. 2-2 count. Basset, wheels and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. Mets, Yanks, Phillies, and Pirates. You see, you put us with 3 teams that spend, and it's like, well, we'll be in 4th place every single year. 2-2 count. Basset rocks and fires. Chopper, and that is a foul ball. Phils, Bucks, Reds, and Guardians. I can get behind that. Not many. Keeping the payroll about the same. I think that would be fair. I think that's I like that one. But again, I don't know. I go, Phils, I guess they spend a little bit more, but 2-2, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Well, yeah, the Phillies obviously have a top payroll, but I don't know. There's really not going to be a perfect solution. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds. Again, he had a double in the first with 2 outs, and that led to 2 runs. A few batters later, batting .246, OPS of .705, 13 homers and 62 RBIs. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing. That is inside for ball 1. Pirates, Nationals, White Sox, and Rockies. Just doing payroll specific. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. 1-0 counts. Basset delivers. That is way inside. In fact, it goes to the backstop there. So 2-0. 2-0 to Reynolds. And Reynolds a much different player since the All-Star break. We can show you his numbers. OPS of .851 in his last 30 games. Last 15, it's 964. So again, he's been much better. The Reynolds that we have known over the years during these dark times as a Pirate fan. 2-0 here, Basset delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 191. Upstairs, he chased it. Two and 1 count to Reynolds. Basset sets. Kicks and deals. Chopper, and that is that going to stay fair? No, it does not. It actually does go foul. Reynolds started running a little late there. Pirates, Yankees, Phillies, and Nationals. I don't know about that one. Yeah, again, I don't know. I don't know if there'd be a designed. I don't know. You guys can put up any single one, and I probably just won't like it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just don't like it. I mean, I don't like the idea of it. But I'm a boomer when it comes to things like that. 2-2 count. I don't really like change. I don't. Basset delivers the 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. He struck him out. Reynolds still standing there and shaking his head, but no, that one was in the zone there, buddy. Nothing doing for the Pirates, so we head to the top of the 4th. Again, Basset with 6 strikeouts now. Richard there with 5. Now they're at 6. 6 strikeouts for Basset. So again, appreciate you guys for clicking on this live stream. Definitely helps out the channel. Super thank you if you're able to leave a like, hit that like button. And again, a super thank you if you're able to subscribe to the channel. Again, it's a lot of play-by-play with Dr. Delay. That is I. I'll speak in third person sometimes, so bear with me. Trying to make this character a thing. I don't know. Anyway, scoring updates from around Major League Baseball. The Mariners and the Phillies 1-1 in the bottom of the first. And the Tigers already ahead 3-0 on the Astros. The Astros just not looking good against the Tigers. Man. But yeah, again, I appreciate you guys for clicking on this live stream. Again, appreciate you guys. Again, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, definitely subscribe. But if you're a sports fan in general, don't let that stop you from subscribing to the channel. Again, it won't cost you a dime. Again, I've been doing this since opening day. And again, here's the proof. Again, I can keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Been here since the Pirates losing to the Marlins in a dramatic fashion. That was very embarrassing. You can see it. And you can see the evolution of the thumbnails. Shout out the wife. My wife, she's awesome. So, again, due up for the Blue Jays in the top of the fourth, Basset, Kirk, and Varsho. They're all 0 for 1. Again, the Blue Jays only with 1 hit, and that was to lead off the game. I feel like the Phillies and Pirates have to be together. I'd like to see it, but at the same time, I don't. I don't know. I really have to see the rest of the division there, Draven. I would like to see a rivalry, a legit rivalry with the Phillies and Pirates, but the Pirates being so bad, I don't know. Bo Bichette leading off again, the top of the fourth, batting .296, OPS of .801, 16 homers and 82 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That'll be outside for ball 1. Pirates, Phillies, Nashville Sounds, and Utah Murder Hornets. I don't know. That one's probably the best one. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be a foul tip as that hits the catcher. Davis, 1-1. You should consider calling the Masters next year. Lots of all-day action. There's some sports hammer. I don't know. Yeah, I might give each sport a shot, at the end of the day. Again, I promised Draven I'd call a hockey game. We'll see how that goes. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be poked to left. Pham. Oh, that one's going to keep going, and that's going to be actually bouncing over the wall for a ground rule double. Pham misread it. Initially stepped in, but was running backwards, and that ball just kept going and going and going. Didn't go gone or anything, but it did disappear over the fence as it hit the ground for a ground rule double again. So the Blue Jays, the nice start here in the top of the fourth. But yeah, I don't know. I might give each sport a shot, but for golf, I don't know how I'd be able to call that without, I don't know. You guys would have to see golf and tennis. Like, there's some sports where I'm like, I don't know how in the world I can make that entertaining. Alejandro Kirk due up. He is 0 for 1, batting .295, OPS of .769, 10 homers and 56 RBIs. Richard cheering again for the Blue Jays. Let's go, Blue Jays. Poster boy says, OMG. OMG. As Oviedo sets, looks back at second, and fires. That'll be inside, but it's called a strike, so a favorable call for Oviedo. 0-1. Promise to call a Savannah Bananas game. I will not make that promise. I am probably part of the 1% that does not like the Bananas. I do not like them at all. Not a fan of the Savannah Bananas. 0-1 count here. Oviedo kicks and deals. That's going to be a foul tip as it's 0-2. So I'm very sorry there, baseball purists. Not a fan. 0-2 count. I'd rather call, minor league. I enjoy minor league. I would much rather call a minor league game than that. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball below the knees. He struck him out. So that'll bring up Dalton Varsho. He's 0 for 1. He's batting .234, OPS of .878, 13 homers and 34 RBIs. As Oviedo sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be poked to left. Pham is backing up a little bit, but is under it and makes the catch. For out number 2, throws it in. Keeping Bichette at second. That'll bring up Ty France. He's batting .259, OPS of .691, 6 homers and 46 RBIs. Lots of guys jump around calling the Masters. It would be cool if someone focused on only hole 12. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'd have to see. There's a reason golf is not broadcast. Yeah, that's a good point. Again, I don't know. Golf would be tough without actually seeing it. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Savannah Bananas are horrible. Yeah, coin case, I'm just not a fan. I'm good. 1-0 here, Oviedo sets. Rocks and fires. Oh, check swing, but it hit him in the elbow. So France will make his way down to first. So a little bit of trouble here for the Pirates as the Blue Jays have 2 men on. And that'll bring up Nathan Lukes. He's batting .254 OPS of .738, 10 homers, and 51 RBIs on the season. France, yes. The French, and probably a lot of Canadians, love the last name of Ty France. Luke's at the plate. Again, runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. The Blue Jays are threatening. Oviedo comes to a set. Kicks and deals. That'll be outside for ball 1. Davis tried to frame it, held it there. Trying to make it look good, but no, that one was indeed outside. 1-0 count to Lukes. Oviedo sets. Looks back, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Breaking ball below the zone. Chased it there. Lukes did strike out in the second inning. 1-1 to Nathan Lukes. Oviedo sets. Rocks and fires. That'll be low for ball 2. And Oviedo let out a yell there. Pretty upset with himself. 2-1 to Lukes. Here at the top of the fourth. Oviedo comes to a set. And delivers. That'll be inside ball 3. Again, a ground rule double to start off the fourth, and then Oviedo able to get 2 outs. But then a hit batter and already a 3-1 count to Luke. So again, could be some trouble here for the Pirates. 3-1. Oviedo delivers. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt. Luke's really wanted it there. Count is full to Nathan Lukes, as Lukes did ask for time. Johan Oviedo sets on the 3-2. Fires. See you later. He struck him out. Oviedo's able to get him out of the jam that he, of course, created as we head to the bottom of the fourth. The Pirates lead 2-1 over the Blue Jays. A little bit scary there, but hey, we got him out of there. That's always nice. That is always nice. Oviedo problem has always been when runners getting on, he struggles with command. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, definitely. I completely agree. Of course, it's been a while, but yeah, 2023 is kind of like that as well. Again, he hasn't really played much. Of course, he was battling injuries. Looked like a pretty good acquisition we got, you know, when he came to Pittsburgh from the trade. 3.23 in 2022. 2023 was okay, not a bad, you know, it's average, you know, and then of course was out the entirety of last year. Then of course just now working himself back. So hopefully he'd be a nice solid rotation piece, you know, number 4 guy, number 5 guy, you know, if the Pirates are able to bring up and call up their prospects and they all work out. So we'll see. Once again, appreciate it, guys. Definitely leave a like, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you're a sports fan. Of course, again, it's mostly Pirates on the channel, but you can check out the live streams I've done. You can see all the stuff. You know, I do bounce around, and in fact, I will be calling another game tonight, Cubs and Brewers, Game 4. Task force on my PC is hidden. Anyone know how to get back? I have no idea. What do I do when that happens? I can't remember now. Right-click where the taskbar should be, maybe? I don't know. Do you like Alexander Canario? The Pirates will invite him back in 20... he probably will be back for spring training. I don't know. He's up and down. He's up and down. He's up and down. It's tough. All right, let's see here. Horwitz back in the box. Basset kicks and deals. That's a breaking ball at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. Tigers up 5-0. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Bone Wave. Yeah, that's tough. It was unfortunate. 0-1 counts. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to right, and that is foul. Nice contact there, but just was a little too early there. 0-2. Steelers fan? I am. Oh, yes. That is a Color Rush Steelers Ben Roethlisberger jersey. Love it. Love the Steelers. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs, ball 1. I'm actually a much bigger Steelers fan than a Pirates fan. Football is my number 1. That'll always be my number 1. Thank you, bud. Thank you for stopping on by. Appreciate you. Again, make sure to hit that like button, everyone. 1-2 counts. Here is the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Looks like Basset is under it, fading back, and makes the catch for an out number 1. Pardon me. Out number 1. When I speak too fast, I will stumble and stumble and stumble. That'll bring up Tommy Pham. It's 1 for 1, of course, with a RBI double. Batting .263, OPS of .709, 6 homers and 36 RBIs. You got to leave. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Bone Wave, for stopping on by, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. Here is the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Again, I thank everyone for clicking on this live stream. Hopefully the Tigers get back. This guy, Hammer, wants the Tigers to put it on the Astros. 1-0 count to Tommy Pham. Here's the pitch. That'll be upstairs. So it's 2-0. Good luck with Rogers. Thank you. I don't know if that's sarcastic or not, but hey, I'll take it regardless. I think he's not as bad as, the media has been so negative on him. So here's the 2-0. That's going to be hit to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit as Tommy Pham continues to be fantastic. 2 for 2 on the day, and that'll bring up Jack Sawinski. He's 0 for 1. He's batting .136, OPS of .546, 3 homers and 7 RBIs. You hope the Jays win, Bone Wave? Well, you're probably already ahead on that. But yeah, no, again, that's okay. Again, it's not just a Pirates broadcast. Of course, I do. Well, it's Pirates, mostly Pirates on this channel. But all fans, of course, are welcome. Don't mind interacting with you guys. You guys can cheer for your team as that's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1 count. You got QB Will Howard this season. Season is promising. I don't know if Will Howard will play, but, we'll see. We'll see what he does, if he does play. I don't know. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 2. If he plays this year, Alex, then the Steelers are, 4-10. In December right now, or they'd be 4-10 in December, something like that. It would just be a terrible season. 0-2. Basset sets, looks over at first and fires. That's going to be low for ball 1. Nick, thank you for stopping by. Pham, oh yeah. He does seem to find his way across Major League Baseball. He might have all 30 jerseys. But he is having it ever since the late June 30th. He's been very good. He's been, for the last 2 months, he's actually been pretty good as a hitter. 1-2 count. Basset sets. Rocks and fires. That'll be upstairs ball 2. Sawinski's splits are terrible. Send him back down. I still have a lot of faith in him. I don't know. I know he's terrible, but I don't know. I will never hate on Jack Sawinski. He needs to learn how to hit, though. 2-2 count. Basset sets and delivers. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. He struck him out. That was a 50-50 call. It went in the favor of the Blue Jays. That'll bring up Jared Triolo. He's batting .190, OPS of .574, 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Wish you would have taken Pham for 4 bases instead of 2. Yeah. Had a good day. You know who think's going to win? Probably the Blue Jays. Probably the Blue Jays. Cousteau, baby. Interesting name. Again, the names I see, they're so funny. They're so awesome. Basset sets and fires. Breaking ball, that is outside. So it's 1-0. Again, Triolo is 0 for 1 on the day. Did strike out in the second. Torres, yes. Yeah. Basset with 7 strikeouts as he sets on the 1-0. Rocks and fires. That's going to be jammed as that's going to be a foul ball. Actually lands in the dugout softly. Trilla's a baller. Oh, yeah. Trilla's a baller. Batting 190. He has played a little bit better as of late. Supposed to be a contact guy, but he has yet to really make contact. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Breaking ball out of the zone. Swinski's not good. You're probably right, Dylan. You are most likely right. I don't know. I'm clinging on to a year that he had a few years ago. That's all I'm clinging on to. Here's the 1-2. That is going to be in the dirt. The ball gets away, and Pham is going to walk to second as that is a runner in scoring position for the Pirates. Basset, I don't know what happened there. He's been pretty good around the zone today, and so 2-2 here to Jared Triolo. Pirates with the runner at second. Of course, it is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 count to Jared Triolo. Basset looks back and fires. Chopper, and that's going to be chopped off his foot, actually, as it's going to remain at 2-2. Crazy indeed. Down 6-0. Yeah, no, it's tough over there. You'll be back. All right, hey, again, appreciate you for tuning in. Even if you don't, hey, I do appreciate you guys for checking out the stream. 2-2 count here to Triolo. Again, the Pirates up 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Basset sets and fires. Checked his swing. That is inside. So the count is full to Jared Triolo. Three and 2. Basset delivers. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt. He struck him out. That is now 8 strikeouts for Basset. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, the Pirates still lead 2-1 over the Blue Jays. Again, thank you guys so much for clicking on this live stream. It definitely helps out the channel. Super thank you if you're able to leave a like. Hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything to like. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel. It is free to do so, I promise. No bill will be sent to you. I do want to assure you that is not going to happen. Again, it's mostly Pirates on the channel, mostly Pittsburgh. Again, I'll be doing every single Steelers game. And if there's any other NFL fans out there, you'll have the chance to possibly vote in your team in. Pretty much it'll be the opposite window. Whatever the Steelers play, I'll have a poll up every single week. And the winner of that poll, that's the game I'll be calling. So, Steelers and another game every single Sunday. And, again, I could possibly do the Sunday night game and all that stuff as well if you guys really desire that. Again, I know there's a lot of competition on the primetime games. That's why I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. But, if you guys want it, I might make it happen. So, but yeah, again, it's mostly Pirates, and I will be doing the postseason, and no, the Pirates won't be there. So, we'll see how that goes. 121 votes are in. Oh my goodness. 77% of you guys think the Blue Jays will win. Again, the Blue Jays are the much better team today, and again, it wouldn't really shock me if the Blue Jays ended up, blowing out the Pirates today, even though right now it's not looking that's the case, but you just never know. I will end the poll there. You guys have pretty much made your voices heard there. So again, thank you guys so much for voting. Leading off for the Blue Jays will be Davis Schneider. Here is the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. As it's 0-1, Davis Schneider batting .250 OPS of .843, 8 homers, and 25 RBIs on the season. As the Pirates are having a pitcher in the bullpen. 0-1 count to Schneider. Oviedo Kicks and fires. That'll be low for ball 1. Is that a lot of competition? What do you mean by competition? I'm sorry, my bad. Coin case. Who on the poll? Blue Jays. Oh, yeah, 77% of them. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to center. Sawinski makes the catch just shy of the warning track for round number 1. That'll bring up Andres Jimenez, batting .221, OPS of 620, 5 homers and 23 RBIs. True North, not a fan of Pham. I imagine many Blue Jays fans are not a fan of Tommy Pham. Not a fan. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. 0-1. 0-1 counts to Andres Jimenez. Oviedo rocks and fires. That'll be upstairs for ball 1. True North pulling for the Blue Jays here. I probably could have assumed that. 1-1 count to Jimenez. Oviedo kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to left. Tommy Pham is under it and makes the catch for out number 2. I said the full name honestly just because just for you guys. I'm sorry. That's kind of on me. There's a little bit of a troll that's with the doctor here. George Springer's going to be up to the plate again. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with the home run and walked earlier. Batting .294, OPS of 910, 21 homers and 62 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That'll be low for ball 1. Pirates locking him down. Yeah, kind of. We'll see if that holds up. 1-0 counts. Oviedo kicks and deals. That's going to be low for ball 2. Again, he's been very cautious when Springer's at the plate. Hi from Dublin, Ireland, listening to the night shift. Love baseball. Thanks to all the streamers. God bless America. Big Guardians fan. I got you. I haven't really done many of Cleveland's games. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. So I can't really promise, I'm definitely going to cover Cleveland. But I do appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you. 2-1. Here is the pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike. Springer didn't like the call, but that one was definitely over the plate. 2-2 counts. Oviedo rocks and fires. That's going to be poked at and fouled back. Who will win teams over 8? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Again, it's baseball. You can pretty much just flip a coin, and that's pretty much how it's going to work. Baseball, you just on any given day, anything could happen. You just really don't know. 2-2. Oviedo sets and delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 3. So your guess is, I do apologize, Harkiat. Count is full. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Blue Jays again trailing the Pirates 2-1. As Oviedo delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That may be his last pitch, but hey, that is a great performance for him. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, the Pirates lead 2-1. Again, that'll probably be it. So 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts, and a walk. Of course, again, that is great stuff. That's his 2nd start of the year. Of course, his first start did not go to plan. Only 1 inning in that one. Due up from the Pirates is Davis, Peguero, and Simon. Simon, that is going to be your 3 batters for the Pirates in the 5th inning. Hopefully there's more than that, but with the Pirates, that is usually not a guarantee. Again, thank you guys for clicking on the live stream. I do appreciate that. Make sure to hit that like button. That like button is right there. It's waiting to be clicked on by you. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're just a baseball fan. Again, I can't promise any specific games or anything like that, but it is mostly Pirates. And, of course, I'll be covering the postseason as well. So I might see you guys there, especially if you guys, for the Blue Jays, make the World Series. And I do, of course, promise, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, I'm a Pittsburgh fan, I'll cover every single Pirates postseason game. That is a guarantee. That is a guarantee. So, yeah. There you go. Again, I know it'll be probably 0. And we can leave out the probably, actually. It'll be 0. But, yeah, I promise. Cover every single Pirates game once we hit October. Due up for the Pirates will be again Davis, Peguero, and Simon. All those guys don't have a hit yet. Davis is 0 for 1. Who won? We're still playing Bone Wave. Again, the Pirates leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Richard will also be covering every single Pirates postseason game, so definitely check him out as well. Davis batting 172, OPS of 531, 5 homers and 16 RBIs. Basset kicks and fires. That'll be low for ball 1. Beat these chumps, yeah. Yeah, no, Pirates fans, we make fun of the Pirates more than anybody else. Here's the 1-0. That'll be in there for a called strike to that one. Honestly, actually, that should have been ball 2. So, it is what it is. 1-1 here to Davis. Basset delivers. Davis hits this to center. And that one is a leaping grab by Varsho. Nice grab there for out number 1. Davis sent that one. And, part of his thing is that he makes very solid contact, Davis, honestly. It just finds a glove every single time. That is very unfortunate. That'll bring up Leover. What is wrong with my voice here? Leover Peguero batting 204, OPS of 715, 4 homers and 7 RBIs on the season. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody on. Basset kicks and deals. Chopper, and that is a foul ball. You cover them all. Draven will also be covering the Pirates games. Look at that. We ever do more Jays games? If you guys make the World Series, for sure. I don't really want to promise you guys anything. There are other teams that I can pretty much guarantee, like, Brewers and Reds. Pretty much NL teams, very likely. As here's the 0-1. That's going to be in the dirt, and he went. Strike 2. And the reason I say that is because if you look at the live streams I've done, and, I'll do that in the half inning, but it's mostly been NL, so I'm just pretty much keeping that up for the base that I already have. It is mostly Pirates, but I do have other teams that have mostly been NL that have subscribed to me. So that's kind of why it'll be mostly NL. And they're kind of rambling here. Here's the 0-2. That's a ground ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit right back up the middle. So a 1-out single for the Pirates. Then I'll bring up Ronnie Simon. Simon batting 212, OPS of 531, no homers and 6 RBIs on the season. How many pitches? I'm sorry, I just saw that, Richard. I will get that information as soon as they cut to the field. As here is the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. That is pitch number 76. 76 for Basset. Might have to switch to the Blue Jays broadcast. I hate when Pittsburgh has such a terrible broadcast. Here's the 0-1. That'll be upstairs for ball 1. They will cut away from the action more than any other baseball broadcast I've seen. I've been bouncing around, of course, so I've seen other broadcasts, and the Pirates one is the worst. They'll come back and it's a 2-0 count or something like that. Whenever they, it's terrible. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to second. Jimenez is just going to have to throw it to first for out number 2. So nice play there just to get the out. Peguero is on at second. And that'll bring up Nick Gonzalez. He's 0 for 2. 0 for 2 today. He's batting 279, OPS of 712, 5 homers and 19 RBIs on the season. True North strong and free. Hopefully for him, Basset can get out of it. Again, it's only a runner on second here with 2 outs. I'm sure that was more on the single. As I don't know what happened here, but Bassett's just now about to set and deliver. That's going to be low for ball 186 below the zone. And you're very welcome, Richard. Jays fan, I know relief pitching still has me nervous. Oof. Oof. Oof there. 1-0 count. Bassett kicks and fires. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Basset with a nice dive. Throws to first. Not in time as Gonzalez is able to get there. Speedy Gonzalez able to beat out the throws. A nice play by Basset. Honestly, that saved a run because Peguero, he's got some speed as well. So if that got past him, he'd be looking at a 3-1 game. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds. He is 1 for 2. Again, he had a double in the first and later came across the scores, batting .245, OPS of .703, 13 homers, and 62 RBIs. Again, runners on the corners with 2 outs. So it's a big situation here, but we're going to still show the people in the booth as Bassett sets and fires. Swing and a miss on a ball way upstairs, strike 1. You're watching the Blue Jays network. You don't like the network, really? I'm watching the Pirates, so maybe the Blue Jays is worse. I don't know. That's interesting. 0-1 count as it looks like Reynolds is asking for time. Or maybe you're saying you're watching the Blue Jays because the Pirates are so bad. Yeah, that would make more sense. Again, the Pirates, they just, I don't know. I love Greg Brown. He's a great announcer, but everything else is that's going to be way upstairs as it's even 1-1. PNC is beautiful. Yes, it is. It is. Best ballpark in baseball. Second is Oracle in San Francisco. That is a very good. That is elite as well. 1-1 count. Bassett rocks and fires. That's going to be upstairs. So a throw to third, and Peguero is back safe and sound. Just keeping an eye on Peguero as he did indeed have a nice lead there. So 2-1 here to Brian Reynolds. Are you like, okay, well, I'm sorry you might not see much of the game over here. 2-1. Bassett delivers. Ground ball, and that is foul. Michael saying, go Blue Jays. A lot of Blue Jays fans here. Again, thank you guys so much. You guys have been pretty good to me. I do appreciate it. Do appreciate it so much. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. I'm assuming Reynolds asked for time. I don't know. I really wish I could tell you. This is so dumb. Might have to go watch the Blue Jays network after this. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm assuming Reynolds asked for time because we have decided to show everyone laughing in the booth. So again, it's a 2-2 count here. Runners on the corners. Pirates leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. As Bassett comes to a set. Kicks and fires. That is upstairs, ball 3. And most of his pitches here have just been missing wildly high. So the count is full. Great job. Great job. Talking about the Pirates or me? Hey, thank you. If it's talking about me, appreciate it. Probably not, though. I don't do a great job. 3-2 count. Bassett sets and will step off. And that is his second disengagement. I don't know. Bassett looks a little bit flustered for some reason here. 3-2. Gonzalez was pointing back at Basset. 3 years to 3-2. That is going to be upstairs, ball 4. Almost took his face off, but the Pirates have bases loaded. So Basset again showing a little bit of I don't know if it's nerves or something, but he was just missing all of a sudden very wildly there with Brian Reynolds. And it looks like the pitching coach is going to have a little chat with him like, hey, what are you doing? Just put the ball in the zone. These guys will get themselves out. So to set the scene here, again, a mound visit. It is bases loaded with 2 outs. Pirates, of course, clinging to a 2-1 lead as Spencer Horwitz, the former Blue Jay, will be up. It's batting .255, OPS of .699, 5 homers and 34 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Richard says he's out of gas again. He has a lot of strikeouts today. 86 pitches. He has 8 strikeouts. That does take a lot, though. Again, that's, when you strike someone out, it's at least 3 pitches every at bat. Of course, a lot of Pirates have been working the count a little bit today, as Basset will set. He's still set. Roxanne fires. That's going to be hit to left center, and that is going to be caught by Schneider for out number 3. Thought it would drop, but no, Schneider was there to make the catch. So bases loaded for the Pirates. Nothing doing as we head to the top of the 6th inning. The Pirates lead 2-1 over the Blue Jays. Basset doesn't have the guts. I don't know about that one. He still has a home run left in his arm. Unfortunately not. I think that would probably be it for Basset. So I'll go and read the line for him. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts for Basset. Pretty good performance, honestly. I know he had a rough there, but, it was a rough outing. But, what is that? ERA of what? Is that like a 4? No, it's just below a 4, like a 3.5, 3.8, 3. I don't know, something like that. New pitcher for the Pirates. It's going to be Kyle Nicholas. 1-0. 6.26 ERA. Whip of a 1.52. That is your new pitcher for the Pirates. Last 7 games, 6 ERA. So not really that great. Last 2 appearances, though, have been okay, but that means he's due. That's what that means. Again, folks, appreciate you guys for tuning on in. Appreciate it a lot. You have no idea. Make sure to leave a like. Hit that like button. And again, if you're a baseball fan in general, definitely subscribe to the channel. Of course, it is mostly Pirates. Most of my baseball games are indeed Pirates games. But again, I do bounce around. So again, if you're just a pure baseball fan, subscribe to the channel. Of course, I'll be doing plenty of football. In fact, I'll be doing the last preseason game for the Steelers tomorrow night, so hopefully you'll join me for that again if you're a football fan, or a Steelers fan especially. If you're a Steelers fan, Pittsburgh fan, tuned in and you're not subscribed already, then, again, I think it's personal at this point. I think it just might be personal. I literally will give myself to the sports teams, but, if you just don't want to subscribe, then okay. All right, I understand. Just know it's on site if we ever do meet. All right, Nicholas is set as he'll face Barger. Here is the pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 1. It's batting .258, OPS of .795, 18 homers, and 59 RBIs. Ray needs the Blue Jays for this parlay. Just Real says Blue Jays got this, very likely. Here is the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, ball 2. Trill needs the Blue Jays as well. A lot of people pulling for the Blue Jays, whether they're a fan or a sports bettor. They have a lot of Blue Jays support in the chat. 2-0 count. Nicholas rocks and fires. That is a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Basset is terrible on the road. 6.49 ERA. Well, hey, against the Pirates, this is an improvement. 5 innings, 2 earned. That's definitely not a 6. 2-1. Nicholas sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 counts. The over looks terrible now. Yeah, no, it looked good. First inning. All the runs today have been scored in the first inning. We're in the 6th. It's the same score as it was in the first. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball to second. Oh, nice play by Gonzalez. Throwing to first. What a play by Nick Gonzalez. That'll bring up Bo Bichette. He is 1 for 2. Of course, had a ground rule double earlier. Batting .297, OPS of .805, 16 homers and 82 RBIs on the season. All right, Nicholas delivers. That's a ground ball to short. And Peguero had it, but then he fumbled it. And Triolo has to pick it up. So I don't know if that's going to be an error or a single, infield single. But Peguero, again, it looked clean, but then all of a sudden just dropped it. And, again, I'm waiting for the... Looks like they're going to say... I don't know. They actually have not yet decided on it. All right, regardless, I'll let you know as soon as I find out. That's going to be Alejandro Kirk. He's 0 for 2 today. Had a homer yesterday, though, as Nicholas sets. Rocks and fires. That'll be upstairs ball 196 on the gun. Batting .294, OPS of .767, 10 homers and 56 RBIs. Kirk has struck out both times today. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Chopper to third. Triolo throws to second. There's one. And did he get him? He got him! A double play. And the Blue Jays might be challenging again. That was really close. As of now, it's a double play, but, you know, when you see this. And no, they got him. It's a double play to end the inning. The Pirates still lead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Bichette RBI and over. Yeah, Hammer, I don't know. It's going to be pretty tough. If Little comes to the mound, Pitt's chances goes up. Okay, well, hopefully. Fumble that. Yeah, no, it was a nice fumble there, but unfortunately it did not turn anything for the Blue Jays. Mexico. Yeah, Kirk is from Mexico. Half Mexican myself, but of course, you know, American, born in Pennsylvania. That is tough. Yeah, sorry, Blue Jays fans. Hey, you know, again, you guys, it's the Pirates. I think that's something that you guys, you know, I'm sure you guys know it's the Pirates. So there's any, you know, you guys will have a chance. You guys will always have a chance. As long as you're at the plate against the Pirates, you'll have a chance. Due up for the Pirates will be Pham, Sawinski, and Triolo. Again, appreciate you guys for clicking on the live stream. Definitely helps out the channel. Super thank you if you're able to press that like button. And definitely subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play. Again, it's mostly Pirates. And, of course, I'll be doing Steelers football every single Steelers game. But, of course, you guys will be voting on the other NFL games I do. And, of course, again, if you're just a pure baseball fan, pure sports fan, hey, this is sports. We're here to talk about sports, have a good time, as we all just enjoy the game. Again, Pham, Sawinski, and Triolo will be due up here in the bottom of the 6th. Pham, I know he's a fan favorite in Toronto. He's been fantastic today. He's 2 for 2. Had a double earlier. He's batting .265, OPS of .713, 6 homers and 36 RBIs. As we're working our way back to Pittsburgh, we're getting the Pirates lead 2-1. You also need the Jays for a parlay. Man, a lot of people with the Jays today, and I think that might be what it is. FanDuel or DraftKings or, you know, whatever. DraftKings. Oh, yeah, DraftKings, they bet. All those guys, they go, like, hey, look, everyone's on the Blue Jays today. That's going to be outside for ball 1, so the fix may be in. The fix may be in. Again, Pham is 2 for 2 on the day, as here's the 1-0. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 2. By the way, Basset is still in. I did not think he would be out there for the 6th, especially after that rough 5th inning there. But no, he's back out there, so no new pitcher. Again, thank you, Ray, for liking. 2-0 count. Basset. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit foul. What's your opinion on Tomlin? It's not the most positive opinion. I know that's a very controversial thing with Pittsburgh fans. You know, I say you got to win a playoff game, you know, in order to be all right. As here's the 2-1, that's going to be chopped foul. You know, he hasn't won one in 8 years with the talent we've had. I think it's inexcusable, but You know, all he's got to do, though, this year, if he wins one this year, all is forgiven. I'm good. I just need a playoff win. North wants Pham hit. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be chopped off his foot, so Pham is limping, so maybe that's something there. So, again, 2-2 count. We're Toronto fans. Doesn't matter the sport. We're always nervous. It's a long-time underlying condition. It's a package deal. That's tough. Yeah, the Maple Leafs. Yeah, they. I know. My wife likes hockey. She's a Penguins fan. So she always says, yeah, the Maple Leafs, they just never do well. I don't really know much about it, but I do know that much. Here's the 2-2. That'll be outside for ball 3. So Pham working at full. Figure pain, yeah, it's tough being a Steelers fan. As that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. I didn't get to see the windup or the pitch, but I saw the ending because Pittsburgh Sportsnet loves baseball. They like to show everything except the game. That'll bring up Jack Sawinski. He's batting .135, OPS of .541, 3 homers and 7 RBIs on the season. Again, Sawinski is 0 for 2 on the day, as that's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Jack Sawinski. Be nice if they can end this interview. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Again, you know, if you like baseball broadcast, I would recommend to not watch the Pittsburgh Sportsnet on MLB TV or whatever it is, however it is you watch your games. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Again, Greg Brown, he's the Pirates announcer. He's really good. He's one of the best. Many people don't know about him because he is for the Pirates. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. But as far as production and the decisions they make during the broadcasts, it is absolutely horrible. Count is 2-1 to Jack Sawinski. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. That is outside for ball 3. Basset with 9 strikeouts. So we got hope for the Blue Jays. I mean, again, there's always hope as long as you're playing the Pirates. 3-1 count. Basset rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. Sawinski is not the worst. I am a Jack Sawinski guy, man. I have a lot of faith in him. Just needs to learn how to hit the ball. Once he figures that out, he'll be all right. But I know that's a key thing for baseball. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The memes write themselves. Unbelievable. Oh, man. Captain Jack is not back. Not yet. That'll bring up Jared Triolo as my voice starts to depart. That means I need some water and honey. Not together. It's batting .189, OPS of .572, 3 homers and 13 RBIs. Basset delivers. That'll be outside for ball 1. Again, Triolo is 0 for 2 on the day. This is Tomlin's last year. Maybe. Hammer, dude. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is awesome, man. That's the first time that's ever happened. Here is the 1-0. That's going to be low for ball 2. That is so cool. I don't know how to really, thank you. But, yeah, I appreciate it, Hammer. That's awesome. 2-0 count here to Triolo. As here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, but it's called a strike. Basset, by the way, at 103 pitches. Again, I appreciate that, Hammer, a lot. That is awesome. 2-1 count. Basset rocks and fires. That's going to be chopped foul. So it's 2-2. You put your house on the Blue Jays. Someone tell me it's going to be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You guys should be fine. We'll see. Again, 2-2. Basset kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. Man, that is awesome. Once again, a 2-2 count. Nobody on here for the Pirates. 2 outs. Basset. Pitch 106. Triolo crushes this to left, but it is foul. Oh, man. Just way out in front of it, but definitely got a good piece there. Once again, a 2-2 count for Jared Triolo. Basset rocks and fires. Ground ball, and that's going to get through up the middle for a base hit, a 2-out single, and I wonder if that'll be it. Again, Basset at 107. You don't really see that pitch count anymore. You just don't see that number. And looks like that's going to be it for Basset. Basset, honestly, not a bad performance. Pardon me. Again, a runner on first with 2 outs. 107 pitches for Basset. He's giving fist bumps around. Everyone appreciates the performance. So, his line, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned, 10 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And again, he is responsible for the runner on first. So, in theory, yes, he could allow 3 earned. As he's going to get a standing ovation from the Blue Jays fans there. They're going to step away. I will be right here, of course. Again, the Pirates leading 2-1. Pitching change underway. Should I just cash out early and take your loss? I mean, I don't know. I'm not when it comes to sports betting and you want my advice, I am probably not the guy to ask for. I'm sorry. I do wish you the best, though. I always pull for you guys to win some money. Always. And Richard says, pull them, and yes, yeah, they are. They are definitely doing that. This is going to be Braden Fisher. He's going to be the new pitcher for the Blue Jays. 4-0. 4-0 is the record. 3.05 ERA, whip of a 1.02. Very solid. The problem, last 7 games, he has struggled. 6 ERA in his last 7 appearances. So we'll see if he's able to straighten it out. His last appearance a few days ago against Texas, 2 earned in the 1 inning there. So we'll see again if he's able to hold the Pirates. Again, there's only a runner at first, and it is 2 outs, so it's not a tough task. We'll see if he's able to do it. Last time Basset had 10 Ks was 2015. Wow, that's a nice pull there, Richard. Again, against the Pirates, you're very likely to have some nice performances. Again, appreciate you guys for stopping on in. Make sure to hit that like button. It kind of looks like that. The like button looks like that. And again, if you're a sports fan, definitely subscribe to the channel. Definitely do that. As again, Davis is at the plate. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Fisher is the pitcher. As again, Davis batting 171, OPS of 528, 5 homers, and 16 RBIs on the season. Fisher sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is foul. Davis is 0 for 2 on the day. Rowe wants Toronto to pull it off. They might be able to. Again, they got to hold the Pirates here. 0-2. Fisher rocks and fires. That's going to be popped up, but Kirk is going to see that go into the crowd. That'll be a souvenir. Oh, and 2 count to Davis. Number 1 overall pick just a few years ago. The career has not went how I'm sure we all thought it would. Very unfortunate. 0-2. First Fisher, pardon me, kicks and deals. That's going to be chopped foul off his foot. Once again, 2-1 is your score here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 man on, 2 outs. 0-2 count to Henry Davis. Fisher in the game. Looks over at first. Comes to a set. Rocks and fires. That'll be upstairs. as it's ball one. 1-2. 1-2. Fisher looking over at first. Triolo with the nice lead. He's got some speed, by the way. He's sneaky. Sneaky speed. Fisher's going to pick off attempt, but Triolo is back safe and sound. Yeah, I was wondering. Had a nice lead. Again, just kind of wondering if he would throw over there. Why is Basset in the game? Basset has been pulled. Basset is no longer in the game. As Fisher sets on the 1-2. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball inside. Oh, and they're going to say it hit him. They're going to say it hit Davis, and Kirk immediately pointing to the Toronto dugout, saying he may have leaned in. I'm not too sure. Again, Davis is just naturally... Oh, man, he kind of did lean in a little bit. And Schneider's going to have a little talk with the manager, the umpire. So a little bit of an on-field delay. They're saying Davis may have leaned in, and honestly, on the replay, it looked like he did. I will not lie to you. But again, he just naturally stands close, and the way he kind of, I don't know, just the way he swings, it's interesting. But Schneider's having a little discussion with the umpire. You double down? You sound like a friend of mine, Steve. Who do you think's going to win? Again, you can just flip a coin. That'll be pretty much it. I don't really know. Again, just a little bit of a lean in there, I think. I don't know. All right, so no appeal. Again, runners on first and second. Fisher sets and fires. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. Peguero shaking his head very fast, but that one was definitely in there. Peguero, again, 1 for 2 on the day. Fisher sets and fires. That'll be in there for a called strike again. Shaking his head, but it did catch the zone. Peguero again batting .218, OPS of .738, 4 homers and 7 RBIs. Trisk, how are you doing? You might be a jinx, but it's okay. Again, the Pirates, we're used to losing, so it wouldn't be a shocker if we lost today. We've done it plenty of times before. We'll do it plenty of times going forward. Fisher on the 0-2. That is in the dirt for ball one. Really hope the Blue Jays win. Yeah, again, a lot of Blue Jays fans in the chat. Again, thank you. Again, it's not just a Pittsburgh channel. I do mostly Pittsburgh sports, but again, feel free to hang out. Feel free to chat away, even if you're the other team. Here's the 1-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Peguero shaking his head. Didn't like some of the calls there, but they were in the zone. So we head to the top of the 7th. The Pirates still lead 2-1 over the Blue Jays. Is Cruz still out? Yes, Andre, he is still out. I know the record on Wednesday still pretty good. Yeah, Pirates, yeah, I guess so. That is probably... It's probably still pretty good, the Pirates record on Wednesdays. I haven't really looked at it. Wife's a Penguins fan. Yes. Yes, Scott. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Again, feel free to definitely hit that like button. I appreciate you guys for even clicking on the live stream. Definitely helps this little channel out a lot. Again, I've been calling baseball games since opening day. It's been mostly Pirates, but I do bounce around every now and then. Of course, tonight I'll actually be doing another game, Brewers and Cubs. So again, if you're a baseball fan, feel free to check me out if you got nothing else going on. If you got chores happening tonight or something like that, just go ahead and leave me on as you guys, wash dishes, do laundry, clean up around the house, whatever. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to call a game if you're not able to listen to the game. So I do appreciate you guys, again, for just clicking on the live stream. And a super thank you if you're able to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Again, a lot of baseball, a lot of Pirates baseball, and I'll be doing, of course, the postseason as well. Due up for the Blue Jays will be Varsho, France, and Lukes. As again, nobody has scored since the first inning. Pirates retaliating in the first inning, all with 2 outs, by the way. Again, the leadoff home run by Springer. Pirates tacked on 2 that half inning. And nothing since. Nothing since. As Varsho again stepping up to the plate, batting .232, OPS of .872, 13 homers, 34 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Mario Lemieux. I think it's Lemieux, right? Yeah. He's the GOAT. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not much of a hockey guy, but I've heard his name passed around a lot, as that's going to be outside ball 1. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to hockey, I'm like a casual when it comes to that. So I apologize. I know you Canadians are like, ugh, this guy. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be upstairs ball 2. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna fake it here. I'm like, oh yeah. I know all about hockey. Know all about that. No, that is not the case. 2-1 count to Varsho as Nicholas sets and delivers. That's going to be hit to left. Toronto's favorite Tommy Pham makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Ty France. France is batting. You subbed. Thank you very much, by the way. I appreciate that. I do. I really do. That's so awesome. France batting .259, OPS of .693, 6 homers and 46 RBIs. I will not tell your supervisor you're watching the game, I promise. Thank you for stopping by, Dallas. Appreciate it. Nicholas sets and fires. Checked his swing. That is a foul ball. Made contact. Oh, and 1 count to France. And I do apologize. I'm not used to a chat moving. So that's going to be hit to second. And Gonzalez making a nice run and a catch for out number 2. Kind of jammed him there. So weak contact, but Gonzalez did have to cover a lot of ground there. Blue Jays are selling. That'll bring up Nathan Lukes batting .253, OPS of 736, 10 home runs and 51 RBIs. I'm choking up now. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. Don't worry, delay will learn you about hockey. I don't know about that. I'm pretty stubborn. I'm a pretty stubborn guy. 1-0 count. Nicholas sets and fires. Chopper foul. Pro games. I have been to a Penguins game, a Penguins and Dallas Stars game. That was honestly a great experience. I am not going to lie. I will not lie. That was actually very fun. Great atmosphere. Penguins lost, unfortunately. Here's the 1-1. That'll be outside for ball 2. 98 on the fastball. Blue Jays selling. Come on, man. Yeah, tough. Dr. Lay, notice the joint. I will. This guy. Well, thank you again, Trisk. I appreciate it. Here's the 2-1. That'll be in there for a called strike. Yeah, just got monetized the other day, and the memberships have just been approved. And I really won't push for that right now, but, I mean, yeah, I don't know. You can pretty much look for yourself. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to promote that yet. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit foul. Again, I'm just happy that you guys are here. I mean, again, I do appreciate you guys just clicking on the live stream and, again, if you can, just leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. That it really does help out a lot on the road to 1,000. 2-2. Nicholas sets, rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to shallow center. Peguero making the catch. Nice run by Peguero. Luke slams his helmet down. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Pirates, they're still ahead 2-1 over the Blue Jays. Man, oh man. You have to come to a hockey game on Canada. I had a pretty far drive for me. Again, I'm a Pennsylvanian born, but I live in Texas, so that would be quite the trip. Again, I've been to the Dallas one, Pittsburgh at Dallas, and that was great. It was honestly amazing. And I do have to learn some hockey lingo. I did promise one subscriber early on when I was still really just green as can be. I said I would call one hockey game. It would be a Penguins game, and I don't know what game that'll be, but it'll be after football season, so it'll be January or February. But that is happening, so I'll have to watch some hockey and learn all the lingo because I don't want to I don't want to mess it up. And the game is far from where Andre, you were correct. I mean, if you guys know anything about baseball, and I'm sure plenty of you guys do, I mean, just like that, things can change. So, pitching change. I remember hearing Little's name earlier, saying if Little comes in, the Pirates have a chance, and we'll see. 4-1 record, 3.00 ERA, whip of a 1.33. So that is your new pitcher for the Blue Jays. He'll replace Fisher. Simon, Gonzalez, and Reynolds will be due up in the bottom of the 7th. Faster in person. Yes, 100%, Scott. 100%. It was really a great experience. You know a rigged game when you see one. So, I'm sorry, Shaq. Again, a lot of people seemingly were voting on the Blue Jays today, and yeah, Pirates up 2-1. Is Kirk going to get a hit? We'll see. I mean, I think he'll have at least another shot for sure. But I do appreciate you guys again for tuning on, and make sure to again leave a like. And again, if you enjoy play-by-play, definitely subscribe to the channel. A lot of Pittsburgh coverage, of course, on this channel. But again, if you're just a sports fan in general, a sports bettor in general, definitely subscribe, as I can at least provide you with some Pittsburgh games. Of course, again, I do bounce around, and I will be back tonight for Brewers and Cubs later this evening. So definitely check it out tonight if you got some time. As little kicks and deals, that'll be in the dirt, ball 1. And of course, I'll be doing a Steelers game tomorrow night as well, final preseason game. So yeah, we'll be. I'm here every day. Hopefully again, it's that sounds good to you guys. Simon is 0 for 3 as little delivers, and that's going to be chopped foul. So it's 1-1 count. Go Blue Jays. They're going to get an insurance run now. We'll see. Likely chance Kirk get a hit. 50%. I mean, I could buy those odds. 1-1. Here is the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? I don't know. I never saw a sign. So I'm assuming he didn't. So 2-1. Yeah, it's 2-1 there. 2-1 to Simon. And the Pirates leading 2-1 as well. 2-1 is also on the scoreboard. Bottom of the 7th. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 93 below the zone. Simon chased. What's yins? It's how Pittsburghers say you or you guys, or y'all, 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a breaking ball outside for ball 3. You guys are wild. You guys crack me up. 3-2 count. Little sets and fires. Chopper to third. The pitcher's going to have to eat it up as he couldn't do nothing. He fielded it, and he's a lefty. Probably would have been better off letting the third baseman have a crack at it, but Little took it upon himself to let Simon get on. So Gonzalez is 1 for 3 today as he's batting .282, OPS of .718, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. Again, a runner on first, nobody out. As Little kicks and deals. That'll be in there for a called strike. 93 on the inside corner. 0-1 count. Runner on first, nobody out. As Little's going to have a pickoff attempt. But Simon says he's safe and sound. 0-1 count as Little steps back on the mound there. He sets, rocks and fires. That's going to be a ground ball to short. There's 1 and 2. A double play. So Little getting Gonzalez to bounce into a double play. So just like that, there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Brian Reynolds. He is 1 for 2 with the walk. Had a double earlier in the first inning, actually. He came across to score. He's batting .245, OPS of .704, 13 homers, and 62 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That'll be way outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. A lot of emotions in the chat. Up and down like a roller coaster. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 2. You guys should try being a Steelers fan. It's like this, but it's actually like a heartbeat. It's literally like that. It's the worst. It is the worst. 2-0 count here. Brian Reynolds. Little sets, rocks, and fires. And that'll be in there for a called strike at the knees. 93 at the knees. So many empty seats at the game. Well, hey, that's the Pirates for you, Dallas. 2-1 count. Kicks and deals. That's going to be low and inside for ball 3. Nothing like losing to a bottom dweller. That is unfortunate. But again, baseball, it's so random. You never know what's going to happen on any given day. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be chopped foul. And again, you guys still have at least 6 more outs for a run. That is definitely doable. Trisk, you take care again. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Trisk, of course, is a teacher, so looks like his lunch period is over. His lunchtime is over. 3-2 count as Reynolds did ask for time, but he's stepping back in. 2 outs, nobody on. Pirates leading 2-1 over the Blue Jays. The AL East. What the heck am I talking about? Here's the pitch. And that'll be low for ball 4. Little walks Reynolds. AL East. What the heck was I saying? What was I talking about? That'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. The former Blue Jay coming to the plate. He's batting .254, OPS of .696, 5 homers and 34 RBIs. Blue Jays suck, you can't give away tickets. Well, it's like that in Pittsburgh, as here is the pitch. That'll be low for ball 1. Folks in Pittsburgh are working. Yeah, no, that's also a very good point. Tickets were very cheap, though. 1-0 count. Little kicks and deals. That'll be in there for a called strike. And yeah, no, there were a lot of empty seats last night as well. I mean, that's just the way it is. A lot of Blue Jays fans in last night's game. Monday, it was more Pittsburgh fans because of Skeens. As here's the 1-1. That'll be in there for a called strike on the outside corner, 93. Again, Horwitz, he struggles against lefties. So this is not going to, barring anything amazing by Horwitz, this will probably end with a strikeout. Count is 1-2. Little rocks, sets, kicks and deals. Ground ball, and that's going to get past the diving second baseman as Reynolds is booking it to third. Throw is in to second to prevent Horwitz from going to second. Oh, that was as weak as you could hit it. Jimenez laid out for it, but nothing doing for Jimenez there, as that will put runners on the corners with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Toronto's favorite player, Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham is batting .264, OPS of .711, 6 homers and 36 RBIs. Oh, man. What is the time of the 7th inning? I guess the closest thing I can say is there's 2 outs. And it's 2:40 on the East Coast over there. All right, looks like Little is done. So a pitching change in Pittsburgh, as Little will see the bench. Little will finish with 2/3 of an inning there, 2 hits and a walk. Of course, he's responsible for both runners. Here comes insurance. We'll see. Blue Jays fans travel everywhere. You should see Santa. Okay. White Sox games get really empty. Yeah, no, they, yeah, it's pretty bad. Once again, folks, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, guys, and just for clicking on the live stream. A huge thank you if you're able to press that like button. Lets YouTube know that, hey, this guy isn't doing too bad. They should promote him in the feed whenever you guys type in Blue Jays and Pirates. Or, Blue Jays, Pirates, whatever. Again, appreciate it. Again, if you're able to subscribe. Again, it's a sports channel. I know you'll see the Pirates jersey like, well, I don't really want to subscribe to a Pirates guy. But again, yeah, I totally understand that. But I do other games as well. I will bounce around. And, of course, I'm returning to a game tonight, Brewers and Cubs. And, of course, I'll be covering the postseason. So, again, if the Blue Jays make the World Series, I will for sure see you guys there. I will for sure do that. I will for sure cover as many postseason games as possible. And, again, due up for the Pirates is Pham with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Again, Sir Anthony Dominguez, the pitcher, coming in here, trying to keep this a 2-1 ball game. He is 2-4. 2-4 in the season, 3.67 ERA. 1.1 innings in the Pittsburgh game on Monday. And he, if I remember correctly, a pickoff attempt went into center field. That led to a run being scored. You have the Ravens winning the North. I do as well, sadly. All right, Dominguez on the mound. He kicks and fires. Checked his swing. Did not go. Ball 1. Little is good, and he walks way too many. Well, I got to see that firsthand. 1-0 count to Tommy Pham. Dominguez delivers. Checked his swing. Also did not go. Ball 2. You can literally just not swing and get on base. 2-0 count again. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Tommy Pham at the plate. 2-1 is your score here in Pittsburgh. Pirates leading. Dominguez rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 98 on the outside corner. Two and 1. Dominguez rocks, sets, kicks and deals. Chopper, foul. Texas, the entire state, including the Stros, always sell out. Geography seems to matter. Yeah, no, a lot of loyal fans in Texas. Well, I don't know about that, actually. I don't know about that. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball to short. Throws to first. Gets him by a couple of steps for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Pirates as we head to the top of the 8th. Your score is 2-1, Pittsburgh leading Toronto. It's been a while since I've done a score update, so we'll do that. Let's see here. Phillies leading the Mariners 3-1 in the top of the 6th, and the Tigers lead the Astros 7-2 in the bottom of the 5th. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Again, not much happening. I believe it's going to be another hour or so before we see another game. I don't think we'll get there. Again, appreciate you guys for again clicking on the live stream. Really does help out a lot. Definitely helps it out. Super thank you if you're able to hit that like button. Definitely like it up. And press that subscribe button if you're a sports fan in general. It gets a lot of Pittsburgh coverage here, but of course, again, I try to get other games in as well. And of course, I'll be returning for another game tonight. Again, it's going to be Brewers Cup. So again, if you're just a baseball purist, baseball fan, I got another game on the docket later tonight. So a big one there for the National League. Due up for the Blue Jays will be Schneider, Jimenez, and Springer. Again, thank you guys. Again, I appreciate it. Chris, yeah, no, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Let's see. Here's the new pitcher for the Pirates. Isaac Mattson, 3-2 record, 2.25 ERA, whip of a 1.13. He has been very good for the Pirates this year. What a find he's been. All right, let's see here. We're returning to the top of the 8th again. Schneider's going to be at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Batting .248, OPS of 837, 8 homers and 25 RBIs. There is indeed hope for the Blue Jays fans. I mean, again, I know you guys have been very up and down in the chat today, but keep in mind you're playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, so anything can happen on any given pitch. And that's just like that for baseball again. Like, baseball is so random. You will drop a random game out of nowhere. And you'll win a random game out of nowhere if you're a bad team. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. And they're showing Matson's numbers. He's been pretty solid, 2.25 ERA. Opponent batting average of 200 as Matson sets and delivers. That's going to be hit to right, and that is slicing foul. Again, Schneider is 0 for 2 on the day. Good play. Thank you. I try. Of course, there's really not much to praise when it comes to the Pirates. So maybe if the Pirates were, 74 and 53, I might be a little bit more. Probably not. I still try to keep it down the middle. 0-2. Matson kicks and fires. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Brewers and Blue Jays World Series. Wow. That would be interesting. I have a lot of Brewers fans that have subscribed. So, if a lot of Blue Jays fans subscribe, then that would be pretty good for me. So that's going to be outside ball 2. The Brewers fan base, whenever we played them it was like last week. Oh, man, it was a great performance. And they were telling me, hey, you should cover every Brewers game, I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. Here's the 2-2, and that's going to be hit to right. That's going to be a foul ball. But because of their support, I have covered, like tonight's game, Brewers and Cubs, I'm covering. So if it's like if I have a spot and I'm like, well, I don't know who to cover, I will cover teams that have subscribed to the channel a lot. Like, I'll see the analytics and all that stuff. So pretty neat. The Brewers fans been very good. They're also Packers fans as well. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, 94 up in the zone. Schneider was behind. That'll bring up Andreas Jimenez. Jimenez spanning 220, OPS of 618. 5 home runs and 23 RBIs on the season. Again, he's 0 for 2 on the day. Matson fires. That'll be right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 count. Richard pulling for the Blue Jays. Shaq is crying. Not good for people in Toronto. Or Toronto faithful. Here's the 0-1. That'll be... Oh, he plugs him. Jimenez drops the bat in disgust. But he'll take the free base. And that'll bring up a key man here for the Blue Jays. Again, he has been very good in the series. It's 1 for 2 today. Had a home run yesterday as well. 1 for 2 with the walk today. Batting .293, OPS of 907, 21 homers and 62 RBIs. Who's your favorite to win the World Series? I still think the Phillies. I think the Phillies are the team. I don't know why. I picked them before the season, and I'm still going to go with them, as we do have a mound visit. That's why I'm still rambling. Davis having a little chat with Matson. Again, it's going to be a runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. The Pirates clinging to a 2-1 lead. All the runs today have been scored in the first inning, but nothing doing since then. But, of course, the Blue Jays with a nice opportunity here. And I apologize if you hear my chair squeak. I got to fix that. As Springer steps in, Matson is on the mound. He rocks sets. Looks over at first. Kicks and fires. That'll be in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to George Springer. Matson sets. And delivers. Almost hit him. 94 inside. So Matson's a little bit wild here. Again, he plunked Jimenez and almost plunked Springer. He had a back out there. 1-1 counts. Matson sets and fires. That's going to be hit to center. It's a blooper. Sawinski on the run, making the catch for out number 2. Jimenez has to retreat back to first. That is a huge out there. I'm confused on what just happened here. This is Barger. It says Straw was in the game, but that was Stringer. Or Springer. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, Barger's at the plate. It's batting .258, OPS of .790, 18 homers and 59 RBIs. Here is the pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Barger didn't like the call, but that one was well in the strike zone. You hate the Phillies? Oh, I'm sorry. Picked the wrong team then. 0-1 count. Matson kicks and deals. That's going to be low, but that's called a strike. Now, that one's a legit gripe, because that one was that was at his shins. That one was at his shins, and I'm sure the rigging comments will start right now. 0-2 count. Matson likes the sign. Looks over at first. Sets. Looks over again. Rocks and fires. Ground ball. Matson reached out. Couldn't get it. Peguero has it. Throws to first. Gets him by a step for out number 3. A huge call there on the 0-1. Forces Barger to kind of play defensive. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, the Pirates, they still lead 2-1 over the Blue Jays. Lamar Jackson got hurt in practice. Wow, that's huge. Oh, Straw's the pinch runner. That's what it said. Yeah, he pinch hit for Stringer there. But yeah, I had no idea what was going on. Totally blame the umps for scoring one. Yeah, I mean, in reality, yeah, no, it's tough. Hello. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Thank you for stopping on by. It's been a good day. Again, folks, I appreciate you guys, again, for tuning on in. Again, make sure to leave a like and definitely subscribe to the channel. If you like play-by-play, if you're a sports fan in general, again, it's mostly Pirates. It's going to be a lot of Steelers, of course. A lot of NFL, college football, all that good stuff. But you know, again, I'll be doing the postseason as well. So definitely sub it up if you are a fan of sports in general. Even if you're a sports fan or, you know, a sports bettor. Richard likes the Raiders. Hey, you know, I have some Raiders fans, but again, it's going to be the non-Steelers game will be pretty much voted on by you guys. So I will have no control over what is shown on here, other than the Steelers. Do it for the Pirates will be Sawinski, Triolo, and Davis. Pirates are only 10 below 500. I wish I would take 10 below 500. We're actually going to be we're still 21. If the score holds, we'll be 20 games below 500. So 10 games below 500 is too good for us. You destroyed the like button. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Again, due up, it will be Jack Sawinski. He's batting .133 OPS of .537, 3 homers and 7 RBIs on the season. How is this happening? It just random games, man. It happens. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Sawinski is 0 for 3 on the day. Definitely hoping that Sawinski can get a hit here. It'd be nice for his confidence, of course. 0-1 count. Dominguez delivers. That'll be outside for ball 1. One 1 count to Captain Jack. Captain Jack Sawinski. Dominguez delivers. That's going to be outside, but it's called a strike. So the count moves to 1-2. The Polish power, yeah. 1-2 to Sawinski. Dominguez rocks and fires. That'll be upstairs for ball 2. 98 on the fastball. Blue Jays trying to keep it just a 2-1 game, and it's very likely that happens, barring a disastrous performance by Dominguez. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That is outside ball 3. 99. Just nowhere close. Three and 2. Dominguez sets, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Sawinski goes 0 for 4 today. That is unfortunate. As that'll bring up Jared Triolo. Triolo is, he's 1 for 3. He's batting 193. OPS of 578. 3 homers and 13 RBIs on the season. I'm just trying to get home. Yeah, no, probably. Dominguez sets. And delivers. Chopper, and that's going to stay in play. Barger throws to first. No, they're now going to say it's a foul ball after he fielded it and threw to first. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'd like to see the replay on that. Owner shouldn't have to pay for performances. I don't know about that one. Give the money to a local good cause. Yeah, I mean, well. Yeah. 0-1 count, no replay was shown. It's going to be a foul ball. Dominguez kicks and deals. That's going to be hit to right, and that is a foul ball. Once again, 0-2 to Jared Triolo. Again, he's 1 for 3, singled in the 6th inning. The Pirates had bases loaded, but couldn't push anyone across in the 6th. Dominguez sets. Wheels and deals. That's going to be low for ball 2, 86 on the changeup. Got to go. Thank you for stopping by, Sean. Appreciate you as always. Appreciate you. The OG. He's an OG, everyone. OG Sean Cummings. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball 2 as my voice starts to disappear. Oh, my goodness. Count is 2-2. It's amazing what water does. Dominguez sets. Rocks and fires. As that'll be outside ball 3. Getting the Pirates up 2-1. All the runs today have been scored in the first inning. So if you wanted offense, it's been kind of like that for the series. If you like offense, you should have tuned in earlier because I have some bad news for you. We got nothing going since the 2nd inning. 3-2. Dominguez kicks and deals. That's going to be low for ball 4. So Triolo draws a walk. That'll bring up Henry Davis. Davis batting 171, OPS of 532, 5 homers and 16 RBIs on the season. That first inning was a huge tease. Oh, yeah. Dominguez delivers. Breaking ball in there for a called strike on the inside corner. Davis had an issue with the call, but no, that one was well over the plate. He left and came back, see if any offense followed me in. It'd be nice. 0-1. Dominguez delivers. Ground ball to short. I have some bad news for offense. There's 1 and 2. A double play. A double play followed Denny in here as looks like actually Kelly's going to see if he got it out. Pirates are going to challenge, and he's going to be out. So they're just challenging because, well, it's probably going to be the last challenge anyway. So we're going to head to the top of the 9th. Again, Pittsburgh's challenging. I think it's just because they have a challenge. They might as well challenge it. Right? But he looks to be out to me. But do it for the Blue Jays will be Basset, Kirk, and Varsho, as the Pirates will have Dennis Santana in here. I'm not too sure when the stats will show up. You tried? Yeah, no, I appreciate the effort, but unfortunately, nothing happening. Again, what's happening across Major League Baseball? The Phillies lead the Mariners 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th, and the Tigers, they lead the Astros 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Again, he looks out. I don't know why they're taking a lot of time on this. This would be very shocking if he's safe, to be honest with you. Really did this over. Well, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, again, it was just unfortunate. Oh, I see why this might be an issue. His foot may have come up off the bag. Oh, that would be huge. Oh, wow. Okay, I see why. I see why they're taking a look at this. The throw was in time, but his foot may have come up, and Davis is putting his helmet back on. Looks like the Pirates may win this. France had to make a little bit of a jump to make the catch, so hold the phone. After review, the call in the field stands. Oh, wow. They're saying they didn't have the evidence, I guess. So we do head to the top of the ninth. The Pirates leading 2-1 over the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays again need a run to keep it going. Again, Basset, Kirk, and Varsho will be due up. Yeah, they better now. They unfortunately will not take advantage because the inning is over. Again, the Pirates going to bring out Dennis Santana for the ninth, for the closing, for the save situation here. 4-4 record, 2.36 ERA, WHIP of a .90 though. Blue Jays fans, here you go. In his last 7 appearances, 1-2, 9 ERA, 7 innings, 7 earned. He has not been very good. So this is an opening for the Blue Jays that they have been waiting for. You need a beer. Again, appreciate you guys. Probably my last time I'll be able to tell you guys to thank you. For one, thank you for stopping on by. But two, to hit that like button. Hit that like button. And definitely subscribe to the channel if you are a sports fan in general. There's a lot of Pittsburgh, of course, on the channel. But, again, I do other games as well every now and then. So, again, tonight I'll be doing Brewers and Cubs. So I got to get the voice going in about 5 hours. We'll make it work. We will make it work. But I appreciate you guys again for just clicking on the live stream. It really does help this little channel out. And yeah, of course, again, if the Blue Jays make the World Series, I will 100% see you guys sooner than you'd think. But, I don't want to promise, well, yeah, I'll definitely do Blue Jays games, But, really would just depend if there's a favorable matchup for, for the Blue Jays. If I do a non-Pirates game, it's going to be 2 teams that are definitely in the playoff position. But again, I try to get as many Pirates games as possible because, of course, the Pirates won't be playing in October. And, of course, I'm trying to build up that Pittsburgh crowd. I'm a Steelers fan, of course, Pirates Steelers. Nice to have you guys join me on Sundays. As Bo Bichette's coming to the plate, Santana's on the mound. We're ready for the top of the ninth. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Bichette is 2 for 3 today, batting .298 OPS of 807. 16 homers and 82 RBIs. Santana sets and fires. Breaking ball, that is well below the zone, but it's called a strike, and I'll show you guys how bad that one was. Well, apparently that's not going to be a good sign if you guys saw that there. Here's the 0-2. You may have been spoiled. That's on me. I didn't think. Here's the pitch. That's called strike 3. On the outside corner, he struck him out. Not good calls. I'll be honest with you guys, you Blue Jays fans. That was not a good call. Alejandro Kirk coming to the plate. He's batting .294, OPS of 766, 10 homers and 56 RBIs. Santana sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Steelers fantasy sleeper picks. I got none. I don't know how the offense is going to do, Biz. I'm sorry. I won't lie to you. I will not lie to you. I have no idea. 0-1 counts. Santana rocks and fires, as that'll be in there for a called strike. 0-2 count to Alejandro Kirk. He's 0 for 3 today, has 2 strikeouts and grounded into a double play. It's not been a good performance. He had a great performance yesterday. Not today. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be poked at and fouled off. That one was way outside. Kirk was just protecting. Steelers defense, I guess, but, that defense disappears every year in December. 0-2 count. Santana. Wheels and deals. That's going to be hit to right center. At the wall. Canario makes the catch. Took a shot at the wall, but he does hold on for a loud out number 2. Kirk hitting it into the deepest part of the ballpark, or well, one of the deepest parts in the right center, but just couldn't make it out of here. Dalton Varsho. Appreciate the honesty. Of course, I don't want to lie to you. Batting .230, OPS of .866, 13 homers and 34 RBIs. Santana sets, rocks and fires. That's going to be popped up. Sawinski is under it, making the catch for out number 3. Rays, the Jolly Roger, the Pirates have taken the series over the Blue Jays. 2-1 in the final one. The Pirates only are now 20 games below 500. Wow, that's amazing. 54-74. The Blue Jays will fall to 74-54. Wow, what a game. Again, you know, I'm sure the Blue Jays are they're looking at the Tigers. The Tigers, again, they have the best record in the AL. They are well up over the Astros, 7-2 right now. The Phillies up 3-2 over the Mariners. Great call. Thanks. Hey, again, thank you guys so much. And GG's as well. Raise it somehow. Yeah. Again, it's baseball's random. This is just an example of that. Hey, anything on any given day can happen. But I appreciate you guys again for stopping on by. And, of course, definitely, hey, leave a like. Leave a like before you go and hit that subscribe button. Again, if you're a sports fan, this is a good channel for you. And, of course, you know, if the Blue Jays make the World Series, I'll be covering some of the Blue Jays as well. But, again, I do bounce around. Tonight I'll be doing Brewers and Cubs. So, again, if you're just a sports fan in general or a sports bettor and you got some stuff happening there, I'll be covering it starting at 8 p.m. Central, or 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So definitely come back for that. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning on in. If you guys want some more baseball, what I can do, this is going to be my first ever redirect here. If you guys can bear with me. Bear with me. I got to hide the screen because there's some stuff here, and I cannot... Well, the inner workings of this channel, as I will learn how to... You have to bear with me, folks. But I will try to redirect if I can. I don't know. Maybe I can't. I have to. I promised I would. All right. Let's see here. I don't know how that would work. I don't know. All right. I don't know how to really redirect here. I should have looked it up. If anyone has any information here, that'd be great. Let's see. Redirect. Add a live stream or premiere for the people to watch after your stream ends. I don't know. I might not be able to. I thought I'd be able to here, but I need to look it up. As you can see, I know nothing about YouTube. I know nothing. I have no idea. All right, well, you guys can all go if you want. If I can figure this out, I will redirect. But if I can't, well, it is what it is. I've never done it before, so I don't know what I'm doing. All right, whatever. I think I'm just going to go ahead and end the broadcast. Maybe it'll take you there. Maybe it'll take you there. I don't know. I have no idea if this is how you do a redirect, but I should probably ask JJ after all this is done. Anyway, I will catch you later. You guys all have a great rest of your day. Again, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and I'll be back tonight for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay.